You've probably been asked every single question in the last hour and a half, but how do you begin to comprehend the enormity of what you have done today?
I think it's really going to take some time to really digest everything that's happened today. But some of the, I'm just really, really proud. Like I was just now with my engineers. So we did the debrief. And then we did a toast all together, and we all had a drink together. And James said some of the nicest things about me, but it was just so great to see everyone. You know, everyone just so united. Everyone's worked so hard this year, and everyone's raised their game. And I just want to be the best me I can be for them. You know, I truly believe I'm a chink in the chain because there's so many of us, and without me, it doesn't happen. But without every single individual, it doesn't happen. The chain doesn't roll. It doesn't move. So I'm just proud that I've been able to deliver in my space. But it's been a long journey with them. You know, 6 years with this team, and from day one, from the day that I decided to join this team, I truly believed that something great was possible with them, and look what we've achieved together.
Has this year been then one of the most difficult, would you say, if you haven't already?
Yeah, well, I think ultimately people watching only ever see the tip of the iceberg. So, you know, when we watch, and I say we in general, including myself, when you see TV and you see someone successful, obviously without a full description of what they've done to get to where they are, you just see the success they're having. And you know, for me to be where I am today, to perform this way this year, trust me, it's been the hardest year for me. Just raising the bar is something, racing against a 4-time world champion, a really incredible team who were so fast this year, and most of the time faster than us. So to have pulled together as a team and turned it around and overhauled them, even if they had a better performance, has been a real collective effort from everyone. So really proud of everyone.
People have been asking you for months now about the championship and your thoughts on when it was going to be decided. When was the moment that you thought, actually, yeah, this could be my year, this could be the 5th?
Well, honestly, I never stopped believing. That's just how I'm wired. So I truly believed from the beginning of the year that we could. Even when we had the difficult races, like in a difficult race would have been China, a difficult race would have been Montreal, and there'd been several. I remember it was a difficult race, Baku, for example, which ultimately I ended up winning, but it was a really, really tough race. And I remember there thinking, geez, I'm struggling in this car, and I don't know if I hope that I can finally find the synergy between us so we can go out and deliver great results. And then soon after that, good things started to happen. But I never for a moment lost doubt or lost belief within this team, in my guys or in myself. So, but of course there was a point in the year where took a breather after Hungary, came back strong, you know, came back with the whatever we want to say, with the right hook, whatever it is, just pounding away great results from that weekend with strengths from all of us. And I'm just so happy that, you know, you could definitely come away from that break and not perform well and make mistakes, but didn't lose vision, didn't lose sight of what I was trying to achieve.
You've done so much this year, be it your fashion, your music, your racing. What have you not done? What have you had to sacrifice to get to this point?
Naturally, I think this year, I mean, I've been the busiest that I've ever been. I mean, there was no driver doing the mileage and the input that I'm having to do. You know, if you look at, for example, the last 2 weeks, I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of Austin, and I did a Monday appearance as well in the next state. Then I had a day off, and then I had this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm massively committed to just working a lot, and I'm sleeping in any moment that I get. Otherwise, it's, you know, naturally when you're trying to achieve your goal, yeah, it's the times where I could be spending with my family, times I could be spending with my dogs, time that I'll be missing from my niece and nephew growing up. You know, they're growing so quick, and I'm missing things. Same with Darth Steve. You know, he's growing so fast, but we're on this mission of things that we've got to get done. And I don't look at it that I've missed things. I think everyone has to sacrifice things that but I'm doing everything I want to do. So Am I sacrificing? There are for sure sacrifices in which you make to make sure you arrive and deliver, but they're not sacrifices that you wish you didn't have to make. They're sacrifices you know that will help you get to where you want to be. So, yeah, if at the beginning of the year you said, hey, you've got to leave this out, leave that out, stay in, do this, do these different things, and you'll get your fifth, damn right, I'll do it, you know? So, yeah.
What about today's race then, in those last few laps? Where were you? Where did you let your mind wander to?
This race? I didn't, I slept really good last night. I was gaming all night last night. It was just weird. I was gamed for like 3 hours last night, which is awesome after my appearance, just in my hotel room. I had room service. And
but going around that track, knowing that essentially if you finish,
go back
you're
to
world
the race.
champion.
No, I really wanted to win today, so I approached the weekend the same as I always do. I delivered like I always try to do, and during the race, it's like a domino effect. It got worse and worse and worse. It felt horrible. I was sliding around with this car. Nothing in my ability none of my skills could help get the car to go faster. You know, it was just doomed in the sense of the tires not working. So I saw the guys. We started second. We got to second. It was looking good, and then we just fell back. But I just had to think to myself, okay, it's okay. You've still got to finish. Keep going. Keep pushing, because anything can happen. Safety car could come out. You'd be back in the game, maybe, even though they were so much faster. And I knew that the win was lost of the race, but I was being sensible in my decisions. For example, I was ahead into turn one, but I didn't want to be T-boned by Max, who was desperate to win. I don't need that win as much as he might feel that he needs it. So for me, it was just really making compromises. And the last few laps, I was just really hoping that the car would hold together, because it was loose, it was moving around. It was the engine that had a tough time. It was the last race of the engine's life. So I was just hoping it would come home.
And for you personally, I know this has been a tough week in your private life. How important then is it to match a record like Fangio? I know sometimes records don't mean a lot sometimes, but just try and tell me a bit about the emotion that you're feeling to have got that.
Yeah, well, it's as I said, at the moment it's really difficult, because it's all happens. It's not that it's happened fast, because it's been a long year, but it's now here, it's in front of me, and it's happened, and time is going quickly, and before you know it, it'll be tomorrow. And obviously I'll still be a 5-time champion tomorrow, but it's this moment goes by quickly. But this week has definitely been difficult. I woke up Thursday morning, and my granddad was in hospital, and I woke up, and there's the first thing in my mind. I was like, I haven't heard from my dad. I don't know how he's doing. So I messaged my dad, and my dad's like, call my dad, and I find out he died like an hour before I called him. So that was really hard, and I was in touch with all my cousins on that side of the family, and in one sense I'm just so happy for him that in one sense I'm so sad, but in another sense I'm really happy for him, because he was fighting dementia, and he couldn't even recognize his son. And that's, I never want to have that with my dad, and it brought me closer to my dad, because I was like, I really want to continue to nurture that relationship, because we only have a certain amount of time together on this earth. But also just, my dad always tried to make his dad proud, and I always try to make my dad proud. So to get this fifth, I think is just a testament just to my family, because they believed in me from day one. And you see all these karting families who do believe in their kids, and it doesn't work out. But for us, it did. And still today, the way I drive, it's not like a blasé, I'm a Formula 1 driver, I've got the chances. It's easy. I grab it with both hands. My dad had 4 jobs. My stepmom sacrificed all of her money. They never had new clothes. They never went out and lived a life like we do today, They gave everything to help me do something special, So I will continue to drive with them at my core, and my granddad, and I think hopefully today my granddad's looking down proud of what we've achieved as a family.
What does a 5-time world champion do tonight then? How do you spend the next week?
It's really weird, because everyone's like, hey, you should be going out partying. I'm actually gonna fly out now. I'm gonna go back to LA. My dogs are there, so I work nonstop. So tomorrow I've got meetings all day, and But I think I'm sure tonight I'll get to go to dinner with a bunch of friends, and I'm sure we'll celebrate to some extent. But I just feel content. I don't need anything. I just want to enjoy, harness the feeling, and try to realize what it is that I've just done. Because for me, it's been another day of racing, which I'm really grateful for. But when you think of Fangio, who's for me the godfather of the racing drivers, you know, he had 5 and now I have 5. It doesn't connect in the moment, you know, it doesn't feel real. But I'm very humbled and very just mega incredibly grateful for, as I said, for all the people around me who've helped me, because there's been a lot of people along the journey.
Well, I think you'll start to believe it when you read the history books in many years' time. Thank you so much, Lewis.
Thank you.